To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking events in recent American history, the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. On September 10, 2025, just one day ago as of this recording, Kirk was gunned down during a live event in Utah. This wasn't just a random act of violence, it was a targeted strike against a prominent voice in the conservative movement. Over the next video, we'll break down who Charlie Kirk was, what led up to this moment, the details of the shooting, the immediate aftermath, and the broader implications for free speech and political discourse in America. Stick around, and hit that like button if you're as stunned as I am. Let's get into it. Charlie Kirk was born on October 14, 1993, in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Raised in a middle-class family, he showed an early interest in politics, influenced by conservative radio icons like Rush Limbaugh. By high school at Wheeling High, Kirk was already organizing conservative events. He briefly attended community college but dropped out at 18 to pursue activism full-time. In 2012, Kirk co-founded Turning Point USA, or TPUSA, with financial backing from donors like Foster Friess. The nonprofit aimed to promote free market principles, limited government, and patriotism on college campuses. Under Kirk's leadership as executive director, TPUSA exploded, growing to over 3,500 campus chapters, organizing massive events like the Student Action Summit, and mobilizing young voters for Republican causes. Kirk became the face of youth conservatism, especially in the MAGA era. Kirk aligned closely with Donald Trump, advising on his 2016 and 2020 campaigns. He helped boost Trump's appeal among young people and even communities of color. In 2019, he launched Turning Point Action for political advocacy and Turning Point Faith to engage evangelicals on issues like abortion and religious freedom. He was also part of the influential Council for National Policy. Media-wise, Kirk hosted The Charlie Kirk Show on Salem Radio Network, a top-ranked podcast where he tackled immigration, election integrity, woke culture, and more. With over 5.7 million followers on X at @CharlieKirk11, his unapologetic style made him a viral sensation. He authored books like Campus Battlefield in 2018 and The MAGA Doctrine in 2023. At just 31, Kirk was a powerhouse, but his bold views drew fierce critics who accused him of racism and division. Just days before his death, Kirk sparked controversy by challenging narratives on interracial crime, citing FBI data to argue white individuals face higher per capita risks from black assailants. Supporters hailed him as a truth-teller, opponents saw it as inflammatory. This rhetoric, plus his Trump loyalty and post-2020 election fraud claims, made him a target for threats. He'd received countless, but pressed on undeterred. Fast forward to September 10, 2025. Kirk was kicking off his American Comeback Tour with a TPUSA event called Prove Me Wrong at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. This outdoor Q&A session drew about 3,000 attendees, including Kirk's wife Erica and their 2 young children. The tour aimed to rally students against progressive policies, much like his past campus battles. The event was in full swing, Kirk mid-sentence, engaging the crowd on topics like gun violence and free speech. Video footage, now circulating widely, captures the moment. Around 7 p.m. local time, a single gunshot echoes from roughly 150 yards away, possibly from a rooftop or wooded area nearby. Kirk, shot in the neck, collapses instantly. Chaos erupts, screams, people ducking for cover. Some footage shows a disturbing sight, a small group of students cheering amid the panic. Kirk was rushed to Timpanogos Regional Hospital but pronounced dead shortly after. The 31-year-old father and activist was silenced in an instant. Eyewitnesses described hearing the shot, seeing Kirk grab his throat, and security scrambling. His family was safely evacuated, but the trauma is unimaginable. Authorities quickly labeled this an assassination. A rifle, a .30-06 Mauser, was recovered in nearby woods. The FBI released photos of a person of interest, a man in a black long-sleeved shirt, dark sunglasses, and baseball cap, fleeing the scene. He escaped through a construction site, spotted by 2 workers. A $100,000 reward is offered for tips leading to an arrest. As of September 11, the suspect remains at large, sparking a massive manhunt. Early reports mentioned a subject in custody, who was later released, not the shooter. Some unverified claims suggest the suspect boarded a private jet post-shooting, but officials haven't confirmed. The FBI and local police are treating this as political violence, with heightened security at conservative events nationwide. Experts note the shot's precision, neck wound from distance, suggesting a skilled marksman. Motive? Kirk's recent comments on race, his anti-DI stance, and Israel support post-October 7, 2023, Hamas attacks made enemies. He'd criticized universities for anti-Semitism funded by Jewish philanthropists, drawing ire from multiple sides. The news hit like a bombshell. President Donald Trump, from the Oval Office, called Kirk a genius who inspired millions. He announced plans for a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom and mourned their daily talks. Trump's son echoed the grief. Ben Shapiro, who once predicted Kirk's rise, vowed to carry on his mission, canceling no events. TPUSA released a heartfelt statement. Kirk was their guiding light and America's greatest martyr to free speech. Vigils are planned nationwide. Israeli figures like Netanyahu's son and Foreign Minister Gideon Saar praised Kirk's pro-Israel stance. But reactions weren't all unified. Some Democrats, like Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, canceled events for security. WNBA star Natasha Cloud called for tougher gun laws. A Democrat Utah governor faced backlash for seeming to blame Kirk's rhetoric. Shockingly, a West Virginia University employee was fired after celebrating the killing online. And at the scene, those cheering students. Footage has fueled outrage, with calls for identification. Media responses vary. Conservatives decry it as an attack on speech, while some left-leaning outlets highlight U.S. gun violence stats. Internationally, even UK leaders like the PM tweeted condolences, surprising some. Kirk's death amplifies ongoing debates. His views on race, echoed in the suspect's possible profile from FBI images, have sparked ugly speculation. Critics say his provocative style invited danger. Supporters argue it was his fearlessness that made him vital. This isn't isolated. Political violence is rising, from January 6 echoes to threats against figures like Trump. Kirk's martyrdom could galvanize conservatives, boosting youth turnout. But it also raises questions. How secure are public speakers? Is rhetoric crossing lines? TPUSA plans memorials, but rumors of event halts swirl. Occult angles even emerged online. Utah's Valley of Death nickname, the date near 9/11, Kirk's name meaning church. Symbolism aside, this is a wake-up call. Charlie Kirk leaves behind his wife, kids, and a movement he built from scratch. Survived by loved ones, his legacy. Inspiring millions to fight for their values. As Trump said, he was a warrior for America. What happened in Orem wasn't just a shooting, it was an assault on discourse. We must condemn violence, protect speech, and unite against hate. Kirk's voice is gone, but his message endures. Thanks for watching. Drop thoughts below, peaceful ones, please. Like, share, subscribe for more breakdowns. Rest in peace, Charlie.